Bum, 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 the Theatre Mum. Bum. Hello everyone, this is the Theatre Mum, the podcast that shines a light on all the jobs in the performing industry that you can do that aren't just being in the West End. Because, you know, we're fun like that. Today, my guest is one of my favourite people. A powerhouse in voice and personality, who I met working on the creative team for a show, swapping our jazz shoes for lanyards. She's worked as an MD, a singing teacher, and as a vocalist for a band called Last Call. It's Kensey Armer.
Hi! That's so exciting!
To start us off, as if we haven't been chatting already for fucking ages, I've got some this or that questions.
I love a this or that question.
This or that.
Fine.
Either or none. Whatever.
Fair enough.
Yeah. You
Say no more.
Yeah. Cats or dogs?
Dogs.
Duh.
Always.
Unlimited supply of books or unlimited supply of movies?
Books. I can't sit still for a movie. I can't do it. It's too much pressure.
Don't go to the cinema.
No.
It's not for you.
No, it's not. It's not the place for me.
Tea or coffee?
Coffee. I couldn't tell you the last time I drank tea.
Not for you.
Not for me.
Teleportation or invisibility?
Ooh. Teleportation.
Why?
I just like being places quickly.
I don't want to sit in traffic.
I don't want to be in the traffic. I don't want to be in a queue.
Pirate or ninja?
Pirate. Obviously.
Yeah.
Who's picking ninja?
I've had nobody's picked ninja.
You need to reframe that question, maybe like pirate or like cowboy. That'll be hard.
Would you pick a cowboy?
Yeah, I think I would. I love a man with a cowboy hat.
No, you have to be the cowboy.
Sorry. No, okay. Yeah, but then I'd be around the men with the cowboy hats, no?
No, that's true. Time travel to the past or to the future?
Past. I do not want to see what's going on in the future.
Absolutely
not.
Hideous. Pet dragon or pet unicorn?
Dragon.
Why? That was very... Oh, wait. You were the dragon.
I was the dragon.
In Shrek, so actually I shouldn't be surprised, really.
Also, a unicorn actually can't do anything, can it?
Doesn't it give you unlimited life? Oh no, that's if you...
It's a pretty horse.
That's if you drink its blood. But let's not do that.
I don't want to do that. I don't want that on my hands.
Too much pressure. Narnia or Neverland?
Narnia. Neverland has too many kids.
That is fair. Yeah. That is absolutely why I would not choose to go.
Narnia does have some children, but you can probably get away from them.
Yeah,
it's
big enough to run away.
Yeah.
Neverland's a small island.
And there's a lot of them.
A vampire or a werewolf?
Oh. It depends, right? Because if you're saying... I love a vampire. I do. But if it's a sparkly vampire, I don't. I don't want that. If it's like...
Get away.
What We Do in the Shadows vampire, always.
Yeah, I'm up for a laugh.
Yeah.
Those sparkly ones don't seem very fun.
No, I am gonna say vampire, but if it's a coloured, I'm not interested.
And my last one is be able to talk to animals or understand any foreign language.
Oh, that's a really hard question. I'm going to say animals because I don't like talking to people that much, so I don't feel that I have that much to say to anyone. But an animal, that's kind of vibey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bum, 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 bum. So when did you first get into singing, musical theatre? What was it that got you into it?
So, I did singing lessons when I was like, I want to say 11. 11, yeah.
Oh, quite young.
Do you know what I actually think? This is going to sound absolutely horrendous. This is just putting me on blast. What got me into singing? Lizzie Maguire the movie. I was like, I could do that.
I could be Lizzie Maguire.
I did a little video. I was like, I'm watching that. I could do that. And then I thought, maybe if I go to Rome, I'll find my twin and I'll have to perform. So I thought, well, I've got to be ready for it.
Have you found your twin yet?
Not yet.
Damn.
Have
you been to Rome yet?
No. That's what's missing.
God,
I don't know if I can obviously deal with the Paolo of the situation, but that's fine. So yeah, no, I did singing lessons and I thought, actually, I'm quite good at this. In a way. I was very shy.
What?
I know, I was super shy when I was younger. Isn't that crazy? And then I did a school production of Little Shop of Horrors. After that, I was like, yeah, I'm locked in. I like this. This is quite good.
Sorry, parents, we're in it now.
The serotonin boost was enough. But yeah, it definitely started with Lizzie.
Of course it did. That is so funny. Now, we actually met working, we won't say the names, although if people know us, they'll know exactly who it is. But we met working on a show team, putting on musicals for kids. Considering we both don't really like children,
yes,
that is a feat in itself.
Some of them were alright though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't mind some of them. And I actually felt quite proud when they did quite a good job.
I did too. It was surprising. But I was quite proud.
Yeah. I thought you did a great job with them.
No, they were sweet.
They were really nervous. And
no, they were really sweet.
I thought you were very encouraging with them.
Thank you. I think you were too. I think we were both quite strict, but that's good. I think you need a bit of guidance.
Yeah. Yeah, because I've worked with some other teams that have been quite friendly with the cast because they're quite close in age. And
it doesn't work.
The boundaries are gone. There's no line between being a teacher and being a student because everyone's mates with each other.
Yeah.
I'm not your bestie. Sorry.
No, we're not besties. We can have a laugh, but we're not besties.
No.
That's good.
How did you get into doing that?
So I was in the shows when I was younger.
Yeah.
And then as I got a bit older, I thought, this is a shame that I have to stop. So I had a conversation with, I think, the musical director at the time and said, how did you do this? And that conversation somehow prompted me to start doing shows as a musical director with them. No, I did not, actually. That's a lie. I'm lying. I'm lying on the internet.
Ignore that entire story, everyone.
I'm
She's
lying.
making this shit up.
No, I was a director first.
Were you?
I was a director for Oliver.
Oh, Christ.
I know. And I thought, I am alright at this, but I could be better, you know? I was quite young. I was only like 18, 19, so, you know. Anyway, they didn't have a singing teacher for some of their shows, so I said, I'll give it a bash. And that was with you, actually.
Was it? It was the first one. I'll give it a
And
good go.
I went, oh, sure, I think I could do that.
What was
and
that? Was that
I prefer
Annie?
it. Annie. It was Annie, yeah.
Well, that's baptism by fire, isn't it, for you?
I know, I think...
Annie.
Do you know what? That's actually really hard. And you have to control the tracks on the keyboard, not on the laptop.
Oh my God, I remember looking in the wing and seeing you with the keyboard.
For tomorrow.
Horror.
What bar am I on? That was proud. I was proud of myself.
Yeah.
I was proud of them too, but I was mainly proud of me.
How have you found that, going from being the performer to being on the creative team instead? Is that quite...
I like both.
Yeah?
I think there's a place for both. I do enjoy doing both. I think it depends on the show, because if it's a show I want to be in, I do struggle. Cause I'm like,
watching other people do it and...
Yeah, and especially when you're trying to direct them to do it a way that you think it should be done. And, you know, I'm open to interpretation. Sometimes I'm wrong, but sometimes I'm like, no.
This isn't the vibe, guys.
This isn't what I want. But actually, no, I do really enjoy it. I do enjoy a little bit of a creative input. You know?
Yes.
Watching something come together. It's quite fun.
Because you also teach them because do you play piano?
So, can you say play piano? I dabble.
I dabble.
I dabble.
Keyboard.
I know the notes.
I know DJ.
Yeah. Exactly. I know the notes. I know the sheet music. Put them together. It's quite messy. You know, it's not good. I'd never be able to get through a song playing. No. Obviously playing a melody. Yes.
Yeah.
So no, I'm a very I teach. I like to say very dynamic. I like to be up on my feet and doing stuff with people. I think it's a bit, I don't know, I find it a bit naff with someone behind a piano watching me if I'm being taught to sing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I do think there is so much benefit in that too. But there is, especially for children, they just don't, I don't think they engage with it very well.
No.
So, yeah, I mainly teach by doing and showing and then getting people to kind of repeat back to me or tell me what I'm doing wrong or watching what I do and then giving it a go, basically.
Can you tell us what your process is when you're the MD, so obviously that's how you teach, but say like you're told, right, this is the show you're going to do, what do you do next? Wailing horror and rocking a corner.
So obviously wait for the script to come through, and this score, that's quite important actually. You shouldn't try without it, really.
And you should get that quite far in advance, I like to think.
Yeah. No, I obviously find the right type of tracks, listen to it. I kind of like make it my life for a little bit, become quite insufferable. Break it down for myself. That's where I do use a cheeky little piano to myself. And yeah, I just break it down part by part. Obviously, when we do shows together, we do have a system, so I know what's coming when and the way that we work. When I do things with adults, it's a bit more like, we're going to learn all the music first, and then we're going to go and direct it. But we don't obviously work like that with the youth. So it's a bit harder with an adult. But yeah, basically, break it down, make it my life, and then start to hate it. And then the joy will return about 2 weeks before the show.
Do you, depending on who it's for, do you sometimes wait until the rehearsals start to think like, am I going to add in these harmonies that are in this score, or am I just going to stick to the tune?
Interesting. So I think you can tell very quickly how competent people are at doing them, and that's fine, because it's like me, if you're going to get me to do a triple time step, we're going to have some problems, you know? But no, I think I do love a harmony, and I do think everyone's capable of a harmony, but we've got to know our harmony limits, you know?
Yeah.
We do have to know our harmony limits, and that's okay.
Yes.
Especially if you've got one tenor. You know, I'm not going to put everything riding on that one tenor. That's not his fault. So, yeah, within reason, basically. You definitely have to adapt as time goes on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And with the kid shows that we do, we're limited to a set number of rehearsals depending on what type of show, because sometimes we've done summer ones where it's like put a show on in a week or whatever. How do you find managing that sort of time pressure? Do you like the pressure? Do you hate the pressure?
I actually quite like a bit of pressure. I think a healthy bit of pressure never hurt anyone. That's probably a lie, but
as long as it's not on me.
So, but the thing is, I think it depends on your creative team. If you know, for example, we know each other's flow, don't we?
Yeah.
I know Holly's going to have that in the bag, and that's going to be fine.
Yeah, I'm going to have organised what we're doing that rehearsal.
Yes, so. Exactly. And the thing is, if you're not there, and I have a team of people who are happy to be led by that, because they don't have that type of personality, amazing. It's when it goes a bit chaotic if everyone's not singing from the same hymn sheet, you know. But I do like an organisation. I love a notepad. I love a nice notepad.
No,
we need a new notepad per show, and that's fine because it's cute. I mean, you don't. You're actually you can serve that paper.
I literally will write back to front every single page.
I wish I was like that. I wish I was, but the thing is, I need a new one every time. But no, I love planning it out, and I think having a time scale does help that, you know.
What sort of expectations do you have of the people that you're working with? Whether it's like the show team or actually like the people that you're teaching, do you expect them to put in the effort outside of rehearsals? Because as a performer yourself, I imagine outside of rehearsals for things you would.
Yeah, I do. I think when they're young, that's quite hard. You know, when you get told to do something when you're young, it is difficult to navigate, especially at home. Like, my mum didn't want to hear me singing 24 hours a day. She heard it anyway. But, you know, there are some parents out there who don't want to be hearing that, and they've got siblings and things like that, so that's difficult. But I think having a genuine passion for what you're doing and enjoying what you're doing is important, because if someone isn't getting it right, but they're really, really into what they're doing, it doesn't bother me, because they have the drive for it. I really find it frustrating when it's more like daycare.
Yeah.
They don't want to be there.
Yeah. The parents have gone,
they don't like me.
God, it's a school holiday, and I need to work, so you're going to do this class.
Yeah, and I also get that. I do get that. That's fine, but it is hard to control in a rehearsal, isn't it?
Yeah.
Adults, different, because yeah, we're choosing to do it, and it's fun, and especially in the amateur world, it is a hobby, and it, but equally, people are paying to come and see it. So it's got to be of a standard, and I feel like you're letting other people down if you're not making that effort. You know what I mean? So that's my expectations of the cast. Creative team, I think you've just got to be good at what you're doing. I think people can get really wrapped up in who's qualified in this and who's qualified in that, and I've gone here and I've done this. And I don't think actually it's useful, but it's not important. Some of the best people I work with don't have degrees in musical theatre, have never studied formally, but have really, really creative minds and work really well with other people in that field.
Yeah.
So I think it's just about respecting people and working with strengths and knowing your flaws.
That is an excellent answer.
Oh my God, thank you!
She is...
Sorry, am I brilliant?
Who are you? You're actually a philosophical woman.
Oh my goodness.
Bloody hell. On another note, do you actually enjoy working with children? You can say no.
Do you know what? I as much as I'm not the maternal type, I actually really do. It's odd, isn't it? I know, I can see your eyes. But no, I do. I think they're really funny. And I think it's really nice to watch people either grow, you go from the shy little uns, and then they grow into like these really, really lovely young people. And you're like, wow. Obviously, like adults, you get the ones you don't like. But I also don't like a lot of adults. So that's just being a human.
Yeah.
But no, I do actually really like teaching children. I think, especially kind of teens.
Yeah, I feel like they kind of know that they're interested in doing it. They're not being forced to go there by that point.
Yeah, and especially when they want to be like, there's a lot of youth theatres locally that I have seen shows from. I don't always work with, but they like to be a role model for the younger kids. And I think that's sweet. Yeah. I really like that. Yeah.
And actually, there's a boy that I taught, and he was so shy when he first started. And then when I did my first Wizard of Oz there, I was like, look, I'm going to give him the guard of the Emerald City. And everyone was like, not sure. And I was like, no, we will. And now he's in his, like, I can't remember if he's in second or third year at a drama school in London.
This is what I mean.
And I feel like I'm going to take full responsibility for that. Thank you.
You're welcome. You are welcome. Yeah, I agree. I think it's so wholesome.
That's me.
So cute. And like, and when they come to you and they think, oh, how would you do this? How would you? I just can't. I really can't.
Like, you want my advice?
I can't. Honestly, when I do shows over in Salisbury and we have a large theatre school that come in, and they are a lovely theatre school, they are the best audience. Yeah. They are the best audience, and number one, that's a credit for the people that teach them, because, they know how to behave in that. They know how to behave in a theatre. You would think everyone does. No. But also, they're just so, you can see they're aspiring to get somewhere, and I love it. Yeah. Well done them. They know who they are. Yes.
Do you also work as a private singing teacher, or have you done?
I do. I do.
Oh my God. How do you find that in comparison to being an MD?
So, that's very different. Yeah. I think, number one, that is a real, like, watch a growth. Watch a growth? Watch a growth.
Don't talk about my sister like that.
No, that's really sweet, because I have people who came along who couldn't sing a note in tune. Couldn't, and you wouldn't think, oh, it's not going to get any better, but you wouldn't know how much better it was going to get. And some of these people now are fantastic vocalists, genuinely really, really good, and you don't get to see that on a show because they're cast into the roles they're cast in, because it's a snapshot on that day of who's played the best person to play that part, and that's it. Where when you see them one-on-one, their progress is amazing. It just keeps going and going. And I've got a lot of people who are now going to drama school, or didn't want to do it as a profession and now are looking to do it as a profession. And yeah, I really enjoy it. I also teach a lot of different ages, so some really kind of younger children, all the way up to, like, I think my oldest student was probably in her 60s. And
oh wow.
Yeah, I just think it's really lovely to really work together on something that, number one, makes you feel happy. Yeah. And I don't know where I was going with the end of that sentence. You're welcome. Top tips with Ken. Maybe I should have a podcast.
There is the title of it right there. Top tips with Ken.
Sorted.
What would a singing lesson with you look like?
So... No, I'm joking. Basically.
It would be 30 minutes of silence.
I stare at you disapprovingly.
Get you to do scales and send you out the door.
I like, for my first kind of lessons, I always like someone to bring along what they like to sing, what feels nice and what feels comfortable. And sometimes, if they're kind of a more established performer and they've been doing it for longer, something they would like to be able to sing. So it's looking at, number one, I like to watch people's body language, the way they use their voice when it's something that they think they sound good at singing and they enjoy singing. And then I think you can tell a lot about what needs work and also what they're doing really well based on that, because they are much more relaxed. So that's the first lesson. Lots of warm-ups, lots of... I'm really, really conscious of the way people use their mouths. Which sounds ridiculous, but the way people phrase and sing their words, because I think there's so much with singing that you don't think about, and so many easy fixes. Changing like the sound of the way you would say one word can change completely how a note comes out, and I think that's important. So that's why I say it's not so much traditional singing teaching. I would say it's more vocal coaching in that aspect.
Yeah.
But I think it really works well for people who don't want to sit and learn classically, and not classically, but the old-fashioned way, because it doesn't work for everyone.
No, because I used to have singing lessons when I was in school, but it was with two other people, because it was I can't even remember what the company was called, but it was one that went into lots of different schools, and it would be like half an hour with two other people as well.
Yeah.
And then she would bring in a song that she liked, and it was always Phantom of the fucking Opera. And I was like, girl, I'm not...
I can't be doing
this. One
this.
of the girls could sing in that sort of classical way.
Yeah.
And then I'd have to be, like, Think of Me? Oh no, or the one where she's singing a duet with a young girl.
Oh,
and I'm
yeah.
like the ballerina.
You'll never be Christine.
Yeah, sorry. She's Christine.
This is what I mean. I think, like... That's great, and as I said, there is a place for it. I've gone to more regular singing lessons. I say more regular. I've been trying to go to some recently, and they work like that, and there is a place for it, because I, as we know, love to belt. I'm a bit of a belter, if you didn't know.
I love to. That's why I put the mic so far away, because I was like, I know we'll have enough volume here.
But every time I go to a lesson with someone who's very classically trained, they say, you're a soprano. You've got a lovely soprano voice. And I go, yeah, no, I do. I like to belt. And they say, you're not a natural belter though, are you? And I go, excuse me? So I have actually been working a lot. My inner Glinda. My inner Glinda's been coming out. My inner Christine, which is interesting, because again, that's not something I would teach myself to do.
Yeah.
Because that is more of a traditional kind of path.
And actually that classical training, I think, technically is probably very good for you, because I'm sure that's what Ariana Grande said, because obviously she went to singing lessons to classically train for the auditions.
Yes, exactly.
Because she was like, well, I can't sing in the poppy way. She could probably still have sung it in that way.
Exactly, yeah.
But technique-wise, it would have been probably incorrect, or...
And I would never cast myself in those roles, but it's interesting when someone who is classically trained says, no, that's what your voice is made for. Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Obviously, you can't, as a singing teacher as well, you can't hear your own voice. I know what I'm doing wrong at times, but also I know for a fact that I go, that sounded pretty good. And actually, someone else will probably go, no, it didn't. But in someone else, I can hear it.
Yeah.
So that's good.
That's why I film myself so much, because at least then if I watch it back and go, I thought that sounded really good, but it just sounds like I'm shouting.
I'm just shouting.
Just shouting. I've been looking for singing lessons recently, but I'm just, because I've had like some that I just think they don't scientifically know. Like, I just need someone who knows the science. I need to know that you've gone and done some courses or something. And there's like a couple who I really want to work with, but of course everyone wants to work with them, so they're
really
like,
booked up. This is the problem. Yeah, absolutely. And that's why, as I said, I'm very meticulous in saying it's vocal coaching.
Yeah.
Rather than singing teaching, because they are different, and they both, again, have a very important place.
What is the difference between the vocal coaching and the singing teaching then?
So, I mean, this is from my perspective. As a singing teacher, it's very, as I said, sit behind a piano. they're teaching you about how to sing. The fundamentals of how to sing, where vocal coaching I think is more about how to use your singing voice.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because as I said, I have lots of people who come to see me who definitely did not know how to use their voice, and they were very flat or they couldn't hit notes and things like that. And actually it's more about teaching them, if you use more of an A sound on this word, it's your breath control is much better, it's going to come out easier, rather than I'm going to sing it how I say it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and as I said, I've had some very positive feedback and a lot of people getting into drama schools, and so clearly something's working.
Yes, you've done something right.
Something's right. Yeah.
Do you have a lot of students?
I have.
Vocal coaching wise?
I have at the moment about... this is the thing. It goes up to... I have generally around 15 to 20. But people dip in and out because, do you know what?
People
the world... There's not enough money.
No.
Or there's too much money in the wrong places.
Some of them are charging like £70 an hour, and
this
I'm
is
like,
the thing.
I can't afford 140 quid a month.
No,
just
this
for 2
is what
lessons.
I mean. Yeah. So no, I have my regulars who are really lovely, and that's probably about 5 people a week that I see all the time.
Oh, that's nice.
Because obviously I have to work to live as well, for goodness sake. So I have to do the non-fun bit. And that's where they fit. But no, yeah, generally there's about 20 on my books at the moment, and yeah, they're all sweet. They're all very good.
Would you do more if you could? Or are you happy having like just a nice small core of people to work with?
It depends. I obviously will always try and help people if they want lessons. But I think sometimes people think singing lessons are karaoke. You know, you have the people who turn up and they go, oh, I just wanted to sing this song. And that's fine. That's absolutely fine. But I don't think people realise, you know, when you have to stop and break down the way people are doing things and teach them, oh, you need to breathe through your diaphragm and you need to stand this way and whatever. Some people, it's not for them. That's fine.
Yeah.
But it's quite hard. So when people come in and they want to learn and they realise that's what we do, fantastic. But I'm happy to have more people, obviously. But yeah, does that make sense? Am I rambling?
Yeah, no, that does make sense.
Where am I? Am I on the Muppet Show?
What? Am I Miss Piggy?
Am I?
No, we're Sabrina Carpenter.
I loved it. Did you see it? It's so good. I was crying through the whole thing. It's so good. I am Miss Piggy. Let's be honest. That's fine.
I'll be Kermit if you like.
Yes. Yes.
I actually have a Kermit puppet.
Do you? Of course I freaking do. Do you know what? I'm scared of puppets other than the Muppets. Oh, and Sesame Street. They're quite cute too.
They're the same.
Avenue
brand,
Q, don't bring it near me. Don't bring it.
What's wrong with those bad taste bears?
Really scares me. Why do they look like that? The problem is they...
What's wrong with Tricky Monster? Susan, he just likes porn. Okay.
I don't like it. I feel uncomfortable. I feel not at ease because I feel they're a bit too realistic. But they're not! I don't get it either.
I don't know what humans you've been hanging out with.
I know, yeah, I don't know. They make me uncomfortable. And that's it.
For your singing lessons, do you hire out somewhere to do them from, or do people come to you? Do you go to them?
So I actually have a little studio, a little at-home studio. So my brother is a drum teacher and I'm a singing teacher.
Oh,
I know, with
God.
a dream team. So we both have a studio that's based at my parents' house because they've got a much larger garden. And also central location for both of us, which we teach out of. But in the future, probably will be looking to build on my own land.
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness.
Is she a homeowner?
When we get our next house. But yeah, no, it's really good actually. I'm happy to go to people, but I think the problem is when you do that, there's other people around and then people get shy. It's, it's not great. So in my little studio, I have everything I need. I have every instrument you can think of. It's...
I can't play any of them, but
I can't play absolutely any of them.
Recorder? Kazoo?
I've got a little mandolin. It's good, and also it's the same environment. I think being in the same environment for nervous people is really, really helpful.
Yeah. Also being at home is just so distracting. Like, I don't know what you think about online singing lessons. No. Great. I just...
Unless it's Natalie Weiss. If I can get a cheeky Natalie Weiss on... Natalie Weiss, if you're listening. This is the plug.
A cheeky Zoom.
I'd have a cheeky singing lesson with you. But yeah, no, I don't... Also, who's got the internet connection for that?
It surely doesn't sound the same coming over Zoom as it would in person.
Also, we're past Zoom.
Come on now.
Zoom is so 2022.
That's so 4 years ago. Do you know what I mean? Come on
now. No.
I understand sometimes you can't get to people. Like, some of the singing teachers I want to work with are based in London. And obviously that would then mean taking out, like, half the day minimum.
Yeah.
And extra travel money, you know. So I could see the appeal of it, but I just don't feel like you'd get as much out of it.
I just don't think... I worry about the internet. I worry because I honestly couldn't even download my Tesco shop earlier. How are we singing through the internet? Is that how it works? Am I wrong?
Some people are more clued up on the internet than you and me,
well,
I guess.
Maybe someone can tell us.
Maybe Natalie Weiss knows.
Natalie Weiss, if you're listening.
Can you let us know?
Is it obvious that I'm a Natalie Weiss fan? I wonder.
How important is it for you to keep up your own singing lessons as well?
It is important.
Because you still love performing as well.
I love performing. I am my world's biggest critic, and the singing lessons that I've had as of recently, I don't get into them as often as I should. Number one, because as you said, who's got £140?
Yeah.
I can't be doing that all the time.
But you got wedding to pay for, baby.
Exactly. Also, they're very booked up.
Yeah.
You know, the availability isn't great, especially where we live here. You're right, you're going to have to go into London. But also, I don't have the money for that either. Obviously, within reason, I do correct myself. As I said earlier, you can't always hear your own voice. And you can hear your own voice, but you can't be fair to it. Because sometimes I'm like, that is awful. And actually, it's not.
Yeah.
And other times, I'm like, I smash that. Whitney, the next Whitney. No.
You will always love me. Thank you.
So, yeah, I do. It's so important because I don't think you ever stop learning, do you? Really? Because you haven't sung every song there is to know. And if you were to, you're telling me you've been singing long enough that you can do them all perfectly. I don't think so. Unless you're Natalie Weiss. I'm going to stop that now. Carry on.
So you also sing in a band. Last call. You looked confused. Like, do I?
A band?
What? What do you mean?
Where?
A wedding and event band.
Yes, I do.
Called Last Call. Tell me about them. How did that come about?
So, Last Call was something we spoke about doing for ages. Because I'm many a musician in my life. I do. It's crazy.
I'm not surprised.
I know.
As an MD, you know many musicians.
I do. So, when my fiance... What am I saying? Don't put this on the internet. So I bought my fiance a bass guitar for Christmas, and I thought, this is a waste of it just sitting around and just being played at home. He's a fantastic musician. He also knows lots of musicians. So we were always talking about doing some type of band, and we thought, let's just give it a go. Let's give it a little go. My brother's a drummer, as I said, so that was a given. And then my fiance's best friend is a very, very talented singer and guitarist. So that was super. It was great. And we started is that 4 of us? Yeah, the 4 of us. But something was definitely missing, which is when we then invited Liam in to do the keys, and that transformed everything into just, I don't know, everything sounded right. We definitely discovered our niche and what we do well and what we really do not do well. And that's fine. Because I think, again, that's really important. When you hear certain bands, you think that song's just not for you.
Yeah.
So we discovered our niche, and then we brought along Louise, who's my co-vocalist. And again, it's just gone up since then because now not only do we have lots of different vocals, so we have lots of different genres we were able to do because, funnily enough, I can't sing everything.
What?
I know, right?
But you're a soprano. Sopranos sing everything.
I know. Crazy. Couldn't get out with Shania Twain though. Shania, why do you do this to me?
Yeah, she's an alto. That's your problem.
Oh, for goodness sake. It just didn't come out. And yeah, so we formed our little band, and we've been doing it for quite a while. We work very hard. We rehearse every week, sometimes twice, if we're lucky. And yeah, that's how that started, basically.
Was it last year you started that?
So no, we actually started, I want to say it was the end of 2024, because we were really passionate about, if we're charging people to do events and weddings, you have to be at a certain standard.
Yeah.
I think there's too many bands out there who are like, let's just all give it a whack and start doing it together.
You need to go and play in the pub then.
Yeah, right. This is the thing, and you need to be at a certain standard.
Yeah.
So we worked really hard to get to that standard before we then started branching out and then actually, put ourselves out there and doing events and things. And we still do the same things now. When we add to our repertoire, we will make sure that's perfect before it goes in front of anyone.
And do you then, when you have a gig, do you have a set list that you're sticking to, or do you just in the moment go, should we try this one?
That is a recipe for disaster.
See, I know that Jamie's worked with a few bands that are like that, and one of them will just start playing some chords, and they'll just know.
The thing is, they will know
together for so long.
Yeah, and the thing is, the boys actually are probably be quite good at doing that. I would just stare blankly.
Like, what are you playing?
I love a routine. I'm very type A.
Stick to my notebook.
Yeah, I love a routine. I love the knowing. The not knowing, not so much. Because even our last band practice, they all popped out playing Mr. Blue Sky. It's now on our repertoire because it sounded quite good. But we were never going to play that, so I don't know where it came from. It sounded lovely. But no, what we do is we have a repertoire list. We send it to whoever's inquiring. And then we get them to pick 3 songs they like on that list and 3 songs they don't like on that list. And then we will curate from our repertoire what fits for them, basically. If people have specific requests and things, obviously, we have a service where we can do that. So, yeah, it's more getting a feel for what they do or don't like. Yeah. And working out from there.
Actually, that's so funny you say that, because Jamie always said one of the questions he always asked them was, is there any particular song you do not want played? Yeah. Like, it was your first dance at your last wedding.
Yeah, literally. That's me and Alex. No Ed Sheeran, please. Sorry, Ed. Ed, but sorry. I don't want any Ed Sheeran. Thank you.
We were only discussing that yesterday.
I can't.
We were like, this sounds like a new Ed Sheeran song, but it sounds like all the other ones.
Yeah,
Sorry, Ed.
Sorry, Ed. I'm sure you're lovely, but I can't.
You're a very talented songwriter. Branch out of the genre.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Yeah, you don't have to write a love song. It's fine.
No, it's fine.
People will live.
You don't need your loop pedal all the time.
No.
And that's okay.
Put the loop pedal in the fucking cupboard. Just get the acoustic out,
gone.
Okay? Get it out.
Get it gone.
What's it like doing the gigs?
So much fun. It's so different to musical theatre, and I think that was so hard.
That was literally what I wrote, it's totally different to doing MT. Because you don't have a character.
No, I have no character. And do you know what?
You have to be Kensey.
I have to be me. And also, when you're in a wedding and event band, people don't want to hear you talking. That's another thing. You want to
hear your chat.
You want to cheer up a room a bit, but it's not like, oh, hi, I'm Kensey, and we're in our school, and we're going to play. No, they don't want that. They just want you on.
Are you all having a good time?
Yeah, no. Put your hands in the air. No one wants to be doing that.
I cannot imagine you saying, put your hands in the air in the middle of a song.
Everyone, put your hands in the air. No,
Come along, guys.
No.
On 1 and 3, thank you.
You, sir, wrong. No, I do love it. I love interacting with people, and when you've got the dad on the dance floor, they've got to have a cheeky shout out, haven't they? Come on.
Do.
But no, I think it's about there's a professional standard with a bit of fun mixed in.
Yeah.
Musical theatre is completely different because you have to feel it in your whole body. You have to be someone completely different. You have to sing different. You have to move different. You have to speak different. Where when you're in a band like this, you have to use your instrument and be good at it, basically. Yeah. And you have to be nice, and that's fine. And that's actually...
That sounds far more relaxing than...
It is. It is relaxing, but also then you think, oh, but it's me. I don't like that. Yeah. But no, it's great. And one thing I have had to learn is not singing everything like it's a musical, which is great because the boys have been so good at that. They really do call me out if that happens.
Point at you.
They say, yeah, stop doing that now. But yeah, I think musicals have taught me a lot about how to sing songs. Yeah. But I just maybe keep some of that vibrato Out the back.
In the back. Bye.
In the back. Stop doing that. Also, fantastic harmonies in our band. You want to know why? This genius.
The vocal coach here.
I don't know that Louise and Peter will like me saying that. No, they also bring their own harmonies. But it's really important because I think people, as I said, you got a lot of pub bands that come and they practice every so often and they kind of group together.
Yeah. And
that's great for them, but I wouldn't want it at my wedding, you know, personally.
Something a little bit impressive, you know?
Yeah, and that's the issue. That's another rant for another day, but, you know, when you have bands that do that and they charge £400, you know, but they're rehearsing once every 6 months or once every 3 months or, you know, whatever, and they have the same set, they don't change it, and that's great, and they're still very valid musicians, but you have then kind of a more luxury service of people who are rehearsing weekly, you know, taking the time when they're not with the band to be as high of a standard as they are meant to be. That's difficult because then you have to justify, people always want to justify pricing, and that's a different thing from musical theory. You don't have to worry about any of that, you know? Yeah. Especially
like with events, like people are hiring you not just because it's like their wedding, but they're doing it because it's for all of the guests. That's the reason people get the band.
But that's the thing, and also I always want something to be, I want it to be memorable, and I want when someone hears that song to be like, oh, that was fantastic at so-and-so's wedding, or that was fantastic at our Christmas do, and I danced with that person when we listened to this song. And it's really important that it's done well. Yeah. And not just thrown together, you know? So, sorry, offending the...
90% of the bands
I know, they're going to hate me.
You're not allowed in any pubs ever.
They have a place. They have a place. But I think it's important for people to understand, or hire those bands, but understand why other bands may be of a different price, or, you know,
you're paying for quality. You know. Where do you find the gigs? Is it word of mouth?
I run around. Anyone want a band? Hello. No, so that's actually quite interesting. So we obviously, social media being one massive one.
Yeah, it's free. That's what we like.
Yeah, it is free. But the thing is, you do have to pay for ads and things. We haven't had to do that yet, but I think, you know, that is on the cards because we have got some very exciting repertoire coming up.
Please tell me Where the Hell Is My Husband is in there.
Oh, it's not.
Right, that is your next one, Danny, because I can so see you singing that.
I love that song. The problem being, similarly, is when people orchestrate songs they don't have the instruments for. Because you go, fantastic, Where the Hell Is My Husband? Amazing song. But put it together on a 4-piece band and you're going to go...
And you've not got any brass section.
Where's the brass? Where's this? Where's that? And it sounds
why do I have to remember all of these words?
We had Louise, she's not... she won't mind me saying this, but she would really like to do a K-pop Demon Hunter song. And I won't lie to you. We are big fans of the K-pop Demon Hunters in this house. We love them.
Do you know, I've still gotten away with not watching it yet.
It's so good.
I did watch the trailer and I did think, that actually doesn't look too bad.
Me and Alex...
The animation looks really good.
We've watched it, honestly, I think the last 3 nights. We get to bed and we're like, should put the K-pop Demon Hunters back on. Yeah, right then.
To preface this by
it's
saying,
just so good.
They don't have any children. This is just them.
There's no children in this house other than me and him. No, so we love it, but
you're gonna throw in a golden.
We'd love to, but we don't have the instruments, and it will sound awful, and that's fine. I'm happy to admit that. So that's really important. You got to do what your what your band can play, and also what you have the instrumentation for. Yeah, we're great at little funky, you know, 80s, 90s hair. Yeah. Bit of 70s rock, like, you know, we're really good. But the second you got us playing, like, why did the Ting Tings come to my head?
Is that what you tried recently?
No. We have never heard... I've never... What? No, okay. But, like, you know, like a Katy Perry. Yeah. It's not going to sound good. And that's okay. There's musicians for that. And that's why we all have our niches. That's why we all have our things. But, yeah, I think it's really important. What was the original question?
Where do you find your gigs?
Oh, yeah. I went off on a tangent. So, yeah, internet. Yeah. Tinternet. You've got lots of emails, inquiries and things. You know, wedding fairs, event fairs.
Do you ever go and like, play at the wedding fairs?
So, that's what we're looking at doing a lot more this coming year, because mainly it's also, again, perfecting the time, because you can't go and play as a full band. You have to be an acoustic set for those type of things in most cases. So we've been like trying to perfect our acoustic set first, because we're not going to go in and just present.
Very good. Because also they'll literally be arriving and hearing what you can do.
Yes, exactly. And me and Louise and me and Peter, we like really work on how our voices blend together. So yes, we're trying to kind of take off more, maybe do some more TikTok lives and things. Oh my goodness, TikTok live! I've never done it. I'm very excited. We'll be doing that. It's a lot of word of mouth, a lot of talking, a lot of just your normal things, really. I think, you know, we'll learn more as we go on, but a lot of our recommendations have come from word of mouth, people saying, oh, I had them, they were really good, and then we're passed on like that, really. A couple of venues have our cards that we've worked with, and that know, you know, that we're nice people and we won't leave it looking a bit like inconspicuous. No. So yeah, I think it's just important to be nice to people, have a nice cheeky chat with the people you are around, provide a good service, and everything will be alright.
Exactly. And everyone will get paid on time.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
Is it gigging something you would do more of?
Yeah, absolutely.
Is there like one of the, like, MD, singing, teaching, gigging, is one of them like more your sort of thing than the others, or is one of them taking over more than the others?
At the moment, I'm not MDing very much.
No.
That might be changing soon. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Hopefully, anyway. But that's, as I said, that's more of a, it's just not fit with what I'm currently doing.
Yeah.
But I think they all are within different parts of my personality. I love all of them equally.
Yeah.
I think the band was the hardest one to get into, because it's just so different. It's so different. And when you're around other people who do gig, you know, the boys do lots of gigging, and they have lots of experience in different genres of music and things, and I'm like, oh yeah, I like to sing Eponine. Les Mis. It's hard. It was really hard, but now, and that's again why we've taken so long and put the time in, because now I feel like I've been able to bring something from doing musical theatre, especially confidence and, you know, how you hold yourself. But the boys have taught me so much on that, you know, about music in general, and listening to what's missing in a song, and why we can't do certain songs. And sometimes I'm like, oh, but why can't we do this Taylor Swift song? Ken, we can't do that because, have you heard they've got 7 different synth sections? Oh, that makes sense.
We've only got one keyboard.
Yeah, he hasn't got 7 hands, which is a shame.
No.
Oh,
you got 2 feet.
Yeah, come on.
Come on, I've got my skill set. What about yours? Yeah. Is being in a band something that you think is financially viable as like a full-time or a part-time sort of
I think it
job?
Can be. I think the problem is, to be able to commit to that, you have to do less at work. So it's difficult because you've got to find the balance, you know. But definitely it can be, and I think it also depends on the area you're in. Because it goes really quiet at times, it picks up really, really busy at other times. Yeah, it's really varied, but I think if you have the resources to, from the outset, it can be. Yeah. You know, you have to think about things like your business cards and your posters and your banners and also the A-frame thingy, the pulley-uppy majig.
Oh, yeah.
I know it's got a name. I don't know what it is. For your wedding fairs, and the outfits. That's the other thing. The outfits. You've got to wear the right things.
Rock up in a pair of jeans?
No, apparently not. No. The boys, fine. Always look lovely in their shirts, but girls, you know, I'd be fuming if someone walked into my pastel pink wedding in a turquoise glittery dress. Do you know what I'm saying? So, like, that's the other thing. There's lots of things to consider that you don't consider when you start it. And you're like, oh, that's actually quite important.
And also it's a lot of evening and weekend work as well, doing the band
so
stuff.
Much.
So
yeah, so
you
much.
know, if you're willing to give up that time.
So much fun though.
Yeah.
It is so much fun.
If you're not into like the 9-to-5 life and you're not stuck in that, then...
I'm the 9-to-5 life and I do that. How about that? How about that?
How do you find that balance in that?
So, I love a social plan. I love a go. I love it. I really enjoy it. which is, I understand, probably not everyone's cup of tea. In fact, most of my friends and family are like, how are you doing this?
Stop working.
Stop doing everything. But I love it. I love being busy, and I'm really passionate about the hobbies that I have, and I'm passionate about the skills I have as well, and advancing them. And they're never going to get better or advance if I don't do them. So I just look at it as one big adventure. Oh! Get that on a t-shirt. Get it on there now. Yeah.
You're just like Bilbo Baggins.
Yeah.
You also do amateur shows as well.
Yeah.
What makes you want to do those? Like, why is it important to go and do those as well?
I think amateur theatre is so important because it exposes people to theatre who may not have...
Who they really are.
Who they really are. But no, exposes people to things like musical theatre who, let's face it, can't afford to go down to London and see the newest production or can't get a ticket to a tour because that's not financially viable for everyone, and that's fine. So, number one, I'm really passionate about providing that to people so they can enjoy it too, you know? But also, I'm not on the West End.
I fucking wish.
And funnily enough, that's not by my choice.
What?
I know. So that's the in for doing the thing you love doing.
Yeah.
Because I, funnily enough, can't just walk into Six and say, Jane Seymour, please. That's for me.
Hey,
I'm your
skip
next
the
Jane.
10 rounds of auditions, I don't think so.
I don't need it. Do you know what I mean? So I think amateur's so important because, number one, your skills, you're working with different people.
Yeah.
You're working with people who actually might be more skilled than you or less skilled than you, and you can learn a lot from each other. Also, everyone needs a sense of community in their life. I passionately believe that. I think if you don't have a community of people, then I don't think you're living your life at its full potential. How about that? How about that?
Oh God, you're just
I'm so philosophical today.
Walking book today.
I am. But no, I think, you need people, and you need that type of, I don't want to be cringe, but it's nice, isn't it? You've done amateur. It's nice.
Nice, isn't it?
It's nice to go and be around a lot of people who love doing what you do.
Yeah. And also I feel like, as much as I'd love to be in the West End, just because I've gone to do an amateur show doesn't mean I've failed. It's just, I've got no other work on, so that fulfills that little, itchy bug that I have.
Absolutely.
Whilst I'm having to do my boring ass writing job on the side.
Also,
or I'll go fucking mad.
This is the thing, and the other thing is, I'm learning skills from that because no, I'm not in the West End right now. Hear that right now. But equally, when else am I going to play Dragon in Shrek?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's not a thing I'd ever think I would just be able to do without amateur theatre.
Yeah.
And it's not a role I would put myself into. And when I got to do it, I was like, this is cool. This is a cool thing that I've not had to do before. And similarly, before that, did Addams Family, Alice Beinecke, completely different character.
Yeah.
Not even slightly the same character. So I need to sharpen up my own skills, and the only way by doing that is by doing it.
Yeah.
And I can't just I could do a walk around my house.
Yeah.
And I do.
Yeah, fiancé might.
Can't be quoting scripts all the time. But also getting audience feedback. I get so much audience feedback from these shows.
Yeah.
So much. And that's really important because, well, they're the people who are going to come watch those types of shows.
Have you got a favourite role that you've ever played?
Alice Beinecke, easily. No, I loved her. She was the best because people who don't know Addams, they don't know what's coming.
They don't know.
And you're just this annoying, I say annoying, bless her. She goes for a lot, and then you come out and you're a little menace, and it's just so good. Very riveting, freeing role. Just flail around. And,
yes.
Yeah, I think that was my favourite. However, I obviously did love a bit of Sharpay Evans, didn't I? Dragon has a place in my heart, I must say that, but you are only on for 6 minutes of the show.
Yeah.
So it's fantastic, but then you're like, I'm going to go eat my pretzels now. See you later. I'll see you at the end.
Have fun for the next hour.
Bye.
Bye guys.
See you later. So that's a little bit harder because you don't have, you don't have the time with people on stage because it's just you. You come on, you're a bit mean, you belt out a song, you leave.
Yeah.
You know?
What Sharpay does.
Although I was a tap dancing rat.
Yes.
So no one can say I'm not diverse.
Reluctantly, I might add.
Yeah.
She was excellent.
I did try and get out of that maybe 3 or 4 times. But you know what? Again, did it though, didn't I?
Yeah.
So, again, very important. Very important proof to myself
Yes.
that I can mediocrely, in a mediocre manner, perform as a tap dancing rat. Hire me, 42nd Street.
That's it. That's your way in. They're casting Billy Elliot at the moment and they need strong tap dancers, so...
Get me on that stage.
In a northern accent.
Oh,
Done.
God. Get me on that stage. Sick.
Also, I think there's something to be said for being... Although, obviously, you want to go in for the main roles a lot of the time. And it's a bit of a bummer when you don't then get them, especially if you do perform professionally. You kind of... It's really hard not to get in your head that... But I do it professionally, like I should be the main. I should be the main part.
No, give
Actually,
me now.
there's something to be said for being in the ensemble.
Oh, absolutely. Because being in an ensemble, an effective, good ensemble, you do all have to, you know, play your part's a stupid thing to say, but you all have to do what you're doing well. Yeah. You can't be detracting from the main roles, but equally you need to be at a standard where you're supporting the show moving along. Yeah. You know? Because if you only had the leads, that show's not going to move along smoothly. Yeah. I had a really good point to say. My brain's just gone, hello. No, I think being ensemble is really important. Do you know what's also equally important? Doing backstage.
Yes.
Get backstage. If you are in an amateur company and you've never been backstage, do it. I did makeup for Kinky Boots. I did Lola's makeup, and that was a lot of taking on and off backstage. And honestly, that team were, number one, the loveliest people to work with. Number two, you see how little the cast actually interact with them. Yeah. And they work so hard. Yeah. So hard. And it's just, I never felt more involved in a company than when I did backstage. And I think it's so important. You just take them for credit. Oh, it's just a man in a black t-shirt. Yeah. Guess what? That man in a black t-shirt makes sure that you are in the right space safely. Yeah. And have the right things around you so you don't look like a knob. Yeah. And you don't, you fill in the cards at the end and you just write your name in the card. Absolutely. Dear props man. Yeah, exactly. You don't even know who they are. Thanks for your help, Holly. That's what I mean. But like, you've got the props lady, like our have you even spoken to them all week? This is the thing. And she will go around looking for all the things you've just thrown on the floor. You just put wherever. They're not going back on the props table unless she's there. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Same with the wardrobe mistresses. Like, oh my goodness, the amount of sewing and staying up till ridiculous o'clock, fixing things or, taking things in or letting things out or whatever. I think it's so important. I actually think that is more important than doing the ensemble. Get backstage. You hear me now, hear my words. Get off the stage. Get off the stage and get backstage now. There's something for you. There's always something you can do. Yeah. Same as, while we're on that topic, get out. Why are you not helping with get out? That is selfish. So this team of people work tirelessly for you and you're like, do you know what though? I'm quite knackered. Yeah, I'd like to go to the after party actually. I'm going to go to the after party. I hope that helps. See you later. No. They've ordered the pizza in. I've got to go. No, help. Yeah. You would be out in much less time. This is the thing. It's like, it's a team effort. Yeah, I'm very passionate about crew and being on crew. I think that they do a wonderful job. They don't get enough credit. Again, in amateur, they're volunteers. They're not paid to be there. I know we're not paid to be there, but I'm paid in applause. How about that? Yeah. I get to show off for a bit. They are just working to let you live out your little dream. Yes. Come on. Come on. Also, I think Amdram gets a really bad rap. Oh, absolutely. Some shows I've seen for Amdram, I've seen some phenomenal shows. Yes, I've seen some ones where I go, that was a ropey casting. Yeah, they got a tight budget. Yeah, exactly. But actually, I saw a production of Legally Blonde a few years ago, and honestly, I would make it it's comparable to a tour, easily. It was phenomenal. It was all young adults, some kids actually. It was amazing. Same with Little Shop Horrors. I saw a Little Shop Horrors at my uni actually. Phenomenal. It was so good. I just think it's really got its place, and people enjoy it. It sells out. So, you know, I don't know why it's got the rep it's got. I don't know.
I don't know if it's literally just because it's got the word amateur in the title.
Maybe it's because of the dreaded panto.
Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun. You know, the village hall panto. That's what everyone thinks. When you hear amateur, I think people think of that.
Yeah.
They think of, you know, Graham. Graham? Graham?
Graham dressed as a dame.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like Steve sat in his back garden, writing out his script, putting in the Spice Girls.
He's drilling those bits of set together.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But again, that has a place. It's just fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it's a different thing.
Yeah.
And that's the problem, is people associate all these things together and they're not the same.
No.
And that's okay.
Last time we spoke, you were thinking of setting up your own amateur company.
Yeah. Yes.
How's that sort of progressing?
Well, it's funny you say that, Holly. I am thinking about it. Things that might be in the works, but they also might not be.
It's a floater.
It's a float. The thing is, I want to do as much as I can in, I say the industry. I suppose it is the industry, and within a reason. But I want to do as much performing as I can, and I also want to create communities wherever I can. Yeah. You know, I think that's really important. So yeah, that is definitely something that I'm considering.
And you've also been on the committee side as well in some of these amateur theatre groups. What's it like seeing it from that side? Because I've always avoided being on any committees because I feel like it would ruin my passion for doing those shows, because I'd then be volunteering my time to be on this committee and running a company. And I feel like there would be some things that I wouldn't like to know about.
There's definitely things you wouldn't like to know.
Yeah.
The thing is, on a committee, I really, you know, when I was on a committee, I really was passionate about how it was run, and I was really passionate about doing what I think is right. And sadly, as many businesses and, you know, groups and things work, they don't always run the way they should. And I think you've got a lot of people who work really hard on them, again, who don't get that recognition, who
aren't paid for it.
They're not paid for it. No, they're not. And at the end of the day, we're all just people. You know what I mean? We're all people from different walks of life.
Just wanting to put on some shows.
Yeah, we're just wanting to put on some shows. And that's the other thing. We're just putting on shows. We're not saving lives.
Yeah.
You know? So I think sometimes it is important, number one, to say, let's give it the passion it deserves and give it the concentration it deserves, because actually it does affect people's lives. But at the same time, let's not make it so hard for everyone involved, because it is an amateur theatre company. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think committee you need to be a certain type of person to be on it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think if you don't feel that you gel with that committee, I don't think you should be on it. I think you should just leave. You know? It's really hard. That's a really hard question.
Yeah.
Holly, that's a really hard question.
Sorry, you're...
Sorry. No, I think...
Because you keep doing so many things.
I love a dabble. I'm a right dabbler, aren't I?
I'm just going to try that for a little bit.
I'm a little dabbler. No, I think, if you're going to be on committee, you've got to take it seriously, and you've got to do the right choices that is right for everyone and not for you.
Yeah.
You know? And sometimes what's right for you is also right for everyone else. But there's lots of times it's not the case. And that needs to be acknowledged. Has to be acknowledged.
Because you do dabble in so many things, but you also work a full-time job.
Do I?
What?
What?
That is completely unrelated.
Yes.
To musical theatre
or
performing in any way.
Yeah.
What advice would you give to creative people who are feeling a bit stuck, like they're living their corporate life and actually dreaming of, get me out of here?
I think
I need something else.
The thing is, this is where it's so important. As I said, your sense of community is so important, because when you go to an amateur group, you have all been at work all day. You've all been doing that life. And then you go around a load of people who have a passion for what you're doing and also have been at work and doing that life. So I would give advice of just do what you can and don't put so much pressure on it. Do you know what I mean? I'd love to be in the West End. Have I been to an audition in years? No, I haven't. Because, do I have an agent? No, I don't. I need one. I do. And this is why I'm building up all the experience that I'm doing and like looking into doing companies and just doing as much as I can, because actually I love doing it. And that's the purpose of it, is you love doing it, right?
Yeah.
So if you can't be paid to do it, that doesn't make you a bad performer.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean I know I can sing. I'm paid to sing musical theatre this year. Does that mean I failed? I'm an awful... No, it doesn't. It doesn't mean that at all. I think where you failed is when you refuse to do any of it, and you give in to the, well, I'm just not going to do it because I can't do it, and I'm just here to work at Asda and go home. No, because guess what? You stack those shelves. You sing your merry tune, and then you go and you do your evening activities.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
And when you have the passion for what you're doing, it leads you on to other things. As I said, look at all the things we've spoken about today. I've got a finger in many pies, you know? But the only reason is because I meet people. Yeah! I meet people who do it, and then I move on to the next. And then I move on to the next thing. Yeah.
And I mean, I know, like, we've all got bills to pay, so if you have to work, like, a full-time job on the side, just fucking do it. If you can find something that doesn't make you want to rip your eyeballs out.
That's the other thing.
Like, that's probably...
I think it's absolutely fine to say I'm doing this job to live and to pay my bills.
And I don't know why in interviews, when they say, why do you want to work here? Why you can't just say, well, I need the money because I've got bills to pay. I don't particularly want to work here.
That's the thing. And this is an insane take. Obviously, if someone said, what do you want to do with your life? I want to be on the West End. Yes, I do. We all do. Come on. It's ridiculous. But I like my 9 to 5. I enjoy it. I like that my 9 to 5 is a nice place to go. I do the job. I get to use knowledge and intelligence from a different aspect that isn't performing. And then I get to pay for my life outside of that job and do the things I like doing. Yeah. You know?
I mean, we've got £140 worth of singing lessons to pay for.
Well, that's the other thing. And my tap shoes, my tap dancing around. And don't forget, you know, your subs for your musical theatre groups.
Exactly.
It's so much to pay for. So yeah, I think don't do that to yourself. Just do what you enjoy doing, and then everything else will follow.
Yeah, and if you're just doing a little bit of like vocal coaching here and there, a little bit of MD here and there,
MD,
it's fine.
Yeah, but
you don't have to have one job and that's it.
I would hate that. I think honestly, I mean, this might be strange of me to say, but if I was in the West End, I don't think that's all I'd want to do. I still think I'd want to be doing all these other things.
Yeah,
I really do. I think. Again, she's coming back on, Natalie Weiss, and here she is now.
Why have you been keeping her in your cupboard all this time?
She does singing lessons. Do you know what I mean? She's a literal like Broadway star.
Yeah.
She popped over to my uni and did a little masterclass. I wasn't in it. Rude. But she does singing lessons 1-to-1s. So that should show you in itself. Also, who's the lass who played Veronica in Heathers? Went back to her teaching job. After her contract with Heathers. Went back to her primary school teaching job. Right? She was still literally on the West End. Yeah. You know?
And there's loads of them who do those shows and then they offer up workshops to...
Absolutely.
Like kids' theatre schools. Oh, learn this dance from this show.
Absolutely. So, yeah, I just think you should do what makes you happy and then make decisions based on that.
Yeah.
Don't make decisions based on negativity. Make decisions based on, I like this, how can I do more of it? You know? Oh my God!
Stick it on a fucking t-shirt.
Get it on a t-shirt! Get it on a t-shirt now!
I need to sell some merch, because it's just going to be lazy cane quotes.
I love it.
Bum, 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 bum. Can we find you?
I'm currently on my sofa.
If people wanted to
Holly, I'm right here.
Follow you, they'd have to get some binoculars and pick locks. No, if they wanted to follow you on socials or something, where could they find you? Because I'm waiting for these TikTok lives.
Last Call Wedding and Event Band. Last Call. That's my band. That's my band account. You can find us on Facebook. on Instagram, Facebook. Yeah, Facebook.
Bloody still in Facebook.
Bloody still on Facebook.
That's only for our generation, though, isn't
Yeah,
it? All the young
is.
people are like, no one uses Facebook anymore.
Well, I do. Okay.
I fucking do. And that's your target market, because who's getting married is around your age group.
Exactly. Instagram, TikTok. I've got a cheeky little personal TikTok. A couple of sing covers. I've seen your TikToks too. Oh.
Wait, what's your name on TikTok? Where they can follow you.
Oh my god, right. Everyone lock in. Oh, as if I've just opened up and TikTok's already open on my phone. Queen Ken.
Obviously.
Of a hyphen town. Because it's because I used to live in Andover. I really need to change that.
A-town.
Yeah.
You are too cool.
I am really cool. And equally, singing lessons. We got our cheeky Kensey Armer vocal and acting on Instagram.
Lovely.
Yeah, that's that. I reckon.
That's a lot to organise.
It's so much. I love it.
She fucking loves it.
I loves it. I do. Yeah.
My last question is, do you listen to podcasts apart from mine in the bath?
Yes. I love a podcast.
Have you got any recommendations? They don't have to be performing related at all.
Do you know what? I'm so basic. So I love GK Barry's podcast. I love it. I really do enjoy that.
What is that called? Is it
Saving Grace?
Saving Grace.
That's a good one.
Do you have a particular type of podcast you like to listen to?
People who just chat absolute bollocks. You know?
Nonsensical shit.
And to be honest, it's also based on who is on that podcast with them. But basically, I love a laugh. Yeah. And I love a passion project. So anyone like that. Saving Grace is it's my current thing.
What do they do on that one?
Do you know GK Barry is?
I'm not cool enough.
You're not cool enough?
No.
She's a female influencer. She's quite funny. And she invites people on and they just talk. Honestly, about, I think, a lot of nonsense. But I love it.
Your podcast would have to be called Queen Ken.
Queen Ken! Not of A-Town. I don't live there anymore.
No.
Ken, move on.
Move on.
You don't live
You're
there.
out of A-Town.
You're out of A-Town.
You're in T-Town now.
I'm in T-Town. Yeah.
Bum, 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 bum. What? Made it to the bloody end.
Oh my goodness.
Look at that. Hour and 20 minutes. A fucking chin wagon.
Chin wagon. Do you know what I thought?
Wagon.
She's going to come in. She's going to be 22 minutes.
Lol.
That'll be the end. I've got nothing to contribute.
Why do you want to fucking interview me?
Who am I?
She's Queen fucking Ken, that's who.
Queen Ken.
Queen Ken. Well, thanks for listening, everyone. I hope that was helpful in some way. If anything, you've got enough quotes to keep me going for a whole week.
Yeah. Absolutely.
All that positive thinking.
Mindset is everything.
Isn't it just?
Isn't it just?
Well, come back next time, and from one creative to another, break a leg, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Bum, bum, bum.